called to be light and salt, not sugar. These are three commodities that we all need in day-to-day life. And I realize it when I'm going to work in the morning. Most of the time I will stop by a racetrack when I'm in Florida, or when I was in Connecticut, I would stop by Cumberland. I always get my coffee with a little sugar to boost my day. So I do just a quick Google search on sugar. So sugar is simple a carbohydrate that serves as a rapid energy source for the body. Even though I always take my coffee, I didn't think that when I add a little sugar, it's helped to prep me up. And then it is easily digested and can be provided as a quick boost of energy. So sometimes I think that's why I have so much energy, because I use a lot of sugar. So we know that the Bible mentions about honey. It doesn't mention about sugar. And I know in this world, people believe because we are followers of Christ, we should be this sweet person. We should see sin and don't call it sin. But today, brethren, I'm telling you that whenever we see what is not of God, we have to speak out. We have to be transparent, because we're not going to be just that sugar to sweeten the appetite of sin. No, we're not. Our future goal is to be with Christ. As one brother mentioned to me before, he said, God would not disqualify me from the kingdom because I don't keep the Sabbath. And I said, you are right. It will not disqualify you from the kingdom because you don't keep a day. It's because you don't keep his obedience. You didn't obedient to what God ordained for each mankind. But the rest is up to God. So are you light? Are we light? The Bible states clear in Matthew 5, verse 14, as I know we're doing the Bible study through the book of Matthew. You are the light of the world, like a city and a hilltop that cannot be hidden. When you imagine if you are in the air taking a flight, and when you look down around cities, you see light dispatched in each area. So you see that beauty. Likewise us, God has called in each and every one in different area. So when God looked down, God can see his light. That's why he mentioned that you are the light of the world. Our light will shine, that we will live according to his scripture, that others want to follow the way of God. Light is very important. We have the sunlight. In the book, when Moses was taking the children of Israel from Pharaoh, one of the plague was darkness. They couldn't see because it was so dark. You imagine when you close your eyes, you can't see nothing. It's total darkness. A very important of light is when exposed to sunlight, the skin absorbs vitamin D, a critical nutrients that prevent bone loss and reduce the risk of heart disease, weight gain, and various cancers. Light is essential, and that's why God said that you are the light of the world. We all are essential to God, and we are there for that reason. Are you salt? Are we salt? We know that sometimes too much salt is not good. So we all have to balance our way of life, balance our way of thinking. Don't get caught up in world event. But yes, we should watch, because the Bible told us we should watch and be prepared. We know that in ancient Roman soldier, whenever they go to battle, they get paid with salt. Likewise, us today, the same word salt is where they get salary from. We work and we get a salary. So when Jesus Christ said that, you are the salt of the earth. Yes, we play a great role to balance our spiritual diet for others. By the way how we live and act, we represent Christ because we are his fruit. It is very important, brethren. Let's go to the scripture, Matthew 5 and 13. It said, you are the salt of the earth. But if the salt lost its saltness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. We serve a true and living God. And when we believe in God, we should not turn back from what we believe. Yes, will come up with error at times, because when we study scriptures, there are times when people have a better understanding. And then by you look into scripture, you see you have to change your viewpoint and certain things. But yet, as the salt, we should be balanced. And God is expect us to be that salt and to flavor the others. The great goal that we should not lose our salt. We should be active. We should stand firm for what we believe. We should fight against the spiritual warfare in diverse places, because we know that we are not fighting against physical fight like back then before. We are fighting a spiritual warfare. Today in our schools, it's a spiritual warfare on our kids. I remember my granddaughter, she came home and said, oh, the boys are she. I said, oh, I don't understand that. She said, the boys are she. I said, it's either he or she. A boy cannot be a she. He said, yes, that's what they say at school. These are things that happen in kindergarten schools. When we indoctrinate our kids from the beginning of their life, they live that way, and they confuse when they grow up. This world needs the salt and the light. It don't need the sugar that the world is present. Everything is sweet for them. Our life should portray godliness. And as I draw closer to the closing of this message, salt, light, sugar. Are you light and salt, or are you sugar? That's the decision that all of us have to make individual. But my encouragement, we should be light and salt, because that's what the Bible commands us to be. We should not be sugar to sweet and to adopt all of these worldly ways. We are set apart by God. And if you look back in Leviticus 2, and I think verse 3, God make a covenant by using salt with his people. It is very important. And in also Chronicle, he make a salt covenant. We should be the light to shine, that others can see, and the salt to give that flavor that we need for a great appetite. Let we strive to be the light and the salt of this world as God commands us to be. We are commanded to preach His gospel as a light and as a salt, not to be a sugar. We cannot be too sweet because people will take it for granted to fill their appetite. Let's balance by being light and salt.